afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. And today it is time to right a wrong, a sell that I shouldn't have sold, and now I had to pay to get them back, but that's okay because I think I got a pretty good deal on them. So obviously from the headline, title, whatever, Stranger Things, Mcfarlane, Wave 1, let's get into it. Let's see what we got. Hopefully they all arrived safe and sound. But, I guess we will find out. I got these for what I feel like is a pretty good deal. Looks like accessories. Let's see, we got stands. Good to see. And bags and bags and bags of Stranger Things. Pretty happy about this. Like I said, I did get a pretty good deal. I paid $125 for all of these, which I think that comes out to like 20, a little less than 20 figures, something like that. Two of them I didn't really need because I already had them, but I figured, hey, you know what? If you want them, you got to go out and you got to get them. And so that's what we did. So my Stranger Things collection has grown. I did have all of these at one point on card, and I just, when I started this building, I literally had, don't mind that, we're trying to get the light fixed. Before all this was here and we were building it, I had literally from here all the way back full of bins, and that was bins that I wasn't sure I needed to keep. So I sold them all to a local toy store because I'd gotten into the habit of, you know, anytime you see a deal, you got to jump on it. And obviously, that's not a wise choice. But unfortunately, a part of those things that I did sell were these Stranger Things mint on card figures. So, like I said, a mistake that I'm now having to rectify, but I don't think it cost me nearly what it could have. But let's go ahead, unbox, unwrap, and let's have a look at these guys, because I've never actually had them out of package. So this is all new to me, and maybe it's new to you, so hold on tight and let's get into it. Alright, got everything unwrapped, and man, these are awesome. I'm super stoked about this. I was a little iffy on the purchase, but man, woo, super pumped. Alright, so let's get into the ones that I already have that I didn't really need. We'll start off with kind of the big boy first, which of course is the Demogorgon. Just a big, massive figure here. Definitely is much bigger than all the other ones. You can kind of see there, it barely fits in a frame. Super tall. Let's put 11 up here. We'll turn her back so you don't see. So you kind of get a scale. I mean, he is a monster, and it is monstrous in size, no doubt about it. He's definitely not going to stand worth a darn. He does have some foot pegs. I will go ahead and try, which are really good for these, is the DC Batman stands. Those tend to work really good. But we can also try, let's see here, we have some extra, yep, got some extra right here, so we'll try these to help him stand a little better. Because the good thing about this was, you know, I was kind of thinking, well, maybe I'll offer him, you know, he can keep the Demogorgon and he can keep the other one, the other figure that I already have, and maybe that'll save me some money. But you know what, there's more than one Demogorgon, so why not have two Demogorgons? I mean, it just makes sense, right? So there we go, and look how easy that is to fix that problem. Use your DC stands. There's so many of them, easy to do. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Demogorgon coming in strong. Pretty pumped about having two of those, honestly. I think that was a really good decision by me. Not to toot my own horn. But moving on to the man himself, Hopper. Looking really good. Has a little ding here. I'm not sure if that was just from the other collector who had these originally or not, but we got some detail here on the badge. Looks really good. Does say Hopper American flag. What do we have? Does it actually say Hawkins? And we got Hawkins Police. Has his coffee mug, probably not coffee in it at this point of the show. Does not have his pew pew. Does it come with that in the accessories? It does not. Okay, so no pew pew. I guess I should look at my other one here in a minute and see if it's just a weird thing that they couldn't sell the pew pew, because I know some toy lines are weird about that. But that wasn't with this either way. But this is just going to get rebagged up anyway. But I wanted you guys to be able to see it. Obviously, tons and tons of pin joints. It is what it is on there. But I do like the gut, the dad gut there. I think many of us can relate with that and kind of the sloppy nature of the button line here. The gig line is all sorts of messed up. So I think that's a really fun attention to detail and really cool there for good old Hopper. All right, now let's move on to, let's go with Lucas. He's actually looking really cool here. So let's get into old Lucas. He's got his cool bandana up top. Kind of a crazy eyes, I will give it that. Backpack on the back. Looks really nice. Kind of a jean look to it. Old Jansport maybe. Got a tactical belt on. He's ready to find his old friend. He's got his oh my gosh, you know what that is. The shooter thing. I can't believe I'm brain farting on that one, but you guys know what that is. And he's got his military tack light right there. Again, very cool. I wonder if he has one of his dad was you know, in a war or in the army or something like that, and he just kind of gathered all this stuff from his old man, maybe something like that. Definitely got some nice looking shoes here. Maybe some New Balances, maybe some Converse, maybe some other sort of brand. I don't know, but they look really nice. Just an overall really good figure. Pops. A little loosey-loosey on the joint there. I will say that. Kind of falls back. But luckily the guy sent stands with them, so that won't be a problem. As it is with a lot of these slightly older Mcfarlanes. I guess at this point this wave is what, 10 years old? Let's see if they have a number on any of these of when these came out. No, it doesn't seem to, but I would have guessed about 10 years ago. Alright, let's get to Upside Down Will Byers. He's seen better days for sure. This is an exclusive. I want to say this was GameStop exclusive. I could be wrong. Maybe it was more than just GameStop, EB Toys, something like that, or EB Games. But definitely strange, and it seems to be the more readily available version and the least expensive version, as the regular version is like $50 I've seen on eBay. So I do need to get that one, and that's a pain in the butt now because I'll be one away from completing it. So obviously gotta do it. But we got the green tint here on the face. He's looking rough. Got some kind of watered wet look here on his vest jacket. More dirty green here. I love the detail here on this electric watch. Very cool there. Definitely something would and did wear. More green yuck on the pants, and then down on the shoes. Just a sad, rough looking Will, for sure. He's definitely having a bad time there in the Upside Down, captured by that mean old Demogorgon. But I guess it was a good thing he had on some long johns. And the jacket there, that probably saved him in the end. But Will Byers coming in hot, coming upside down, not doing too good. Gotta get the regular Will Byers for sure. Now let's move on to old Mike Wheeler, doing Mike Wheeler things. Got kind of a Yoko Ono phase going on here almost. It's kind of like he's about to break out in some strange singing, screaming type stuff. But I do like this jacket. Great detail on the buttons and everything there. Hair's looking like it is. Jacket or backpack, pretty squared away. Nothing too exciting, nothing too crazy. Obviously they can't put logos, stuff like that. Does come with a really nice flashlight. I do dig that a lot. And then I was looking at his other hand. I'm like, okay, well, it comes in the bag. It comes with this radio accessory, and I'm kind of confused. Like, okay, that's not going to fit in that hand. But does have a peg hole hand. And then over here in this little accessory bag, you can see that hand right there has a peg hole in it. So ingenious. I mean, it's simple, but very cool, and I dig that a whole heck of a lot. I wonder if this bag is supposed to be Will's bag? I don't know. I don't know. I do not know for sure. But yeah, so really cool. I'm definitely probably going to switch that out and put in the radio hand for him. So really nice accessory and stuff there by Mcfarlane. Jeans, jean belt, shirt. They did such a good job on these sculpts on the shirt. You know, the waves and the kind of the detail on them. They're not just like a straight mold, a straight flat mold. Just adds a lot of depth to it and really makes the figure pop. Just even like this jacket, how it's sitting up like this. In the extra, just really great attention to detail here on these figures for sure. Alright, let's get to our man. Let's get to our boy. Oh, you know what? Here's a representation of that too. Although this peg looks a little strange. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll give it a shot. So there's that peg hand here on Dustin. So we'll give that a try here in just a second with the radio. But Dustin doing Dustin things. Dustin's got his trucker hat on. He's got his crazy hair in the back. Man, I hope we get some more of these. I think they only made it with Mcfarlane to Wave 2 or Season 2, and then they did Season 4 Bandai, I think is what it was. And those were okay. The Vecna is outstanding, and the Eddie is outstanding. Some of the 11, not so much. So hopefully for the last season we get some more figures, or maybe after the series is complete we kind of go back and gather up some more figures. That was definitely made me happy, so let's do that. But let's get back here on Dustin. I think the best face sculpt of the group here is Dustin. I think it's him. You just, for whatever reason, just that pops. Maybe it's the hat kind of helps out a little bit. And he's got his shirt. Again, it's right. It feels like a shirt. I really like that. Inside of his jacket, jacket details, buttons. More buttons. He's got the big old flashlight. He's got the cargo pants. Looks like corduroy. And back to just some plain white shoes. Look like they're pretty dirty. They may have seen better days out there, but overall a very, very nice detailed figure for sure. Alright, and the grand finale. Good old 11 herself. Looking like she is about to take on a Demogorgon, and the Demogorgon is gonna have a bad day after all. Let's go ahead, since the figure really isn't complete without these two accessories, let's go ahead and pull those out. We won't do every accessory, just some extra hands and things like that. Let's see, a couple radios. We do have a compass here that would go with Dustin. But yeah, so we gotta have the rest of the stuff here for 11. It does come with an Eggo waffle. Pretty cool there. So we'll definitely have to see if she can hold that. And then it does come with her wig. So I don't think the figure is complete without her wig, unless you're just doing that final scene with her taking on the Demogorgon. Let's see, how's that gonna go on there? Okay, we gotta be able to do better than that. There we go. Okay. There we go. So it works either way. I don't know. I mean, I think if you're gonna have the nose bleeding and the hand out, and we're doing stuff, I think the wig off is the way to go there. But all in all, we're all right. Just a dirty, roughed up stuff. She spent a couple nights outside. After the band broke up there. Speaking of Yoko, just kind of a dirty, rough jacket, and I guess I've never really paid attention to this. Obviously, she borrowed clothes, Nancy's old clothes Will gave her, but then I guess he gave her some of his old shoes and then some of his old gym socks. The colors here for the school, which I just, for whatever reason, I never really paid attention to that, and that just came across as really funny to me, but amazing. I just love these figures. I know the joints and the pins and stuff like that are not the greatest thing in the world. I get that, but I think execution on the sculpts and stuff again for like 20 bucks, whatever. I think these are probably 20 bucks new. I think pretty good considering. I think these are really nice. A smaller kind of brand, you know, for what that is, a brand new show. I think we did pretty good. But let's go ahead, get these guys all on their display stands and give our final thoughts on Mcfarlane Wave 1 minus one wheel complete lineup, and see if things get strange or not. All right, there we go. The crew is all assembled. They've got their stands, they've got their radios, they've got trouble with the Demogorgon over there. I guess she was a little forward, a little too forward. But yeah, I mean, super cool. Digging this a whole lot. Love it, needed it, and glad to have it back. But let's go ahead and get these guys with all their friends and give our complete final thoughts at that point on the Stranger Things Mcfarlane Wave 1. And there we go. Had to do a little spooky version, but yeah, so here's the whole gang together with both the Demogorgons in the back, Vecna, which is just an outstanding figure, and then the Wave 1 guys filling out the rest. Lucas, Dustin, 11, Mike, and poor Upside Down Man right there. Ghostbusters set, all the fun, and everybody back there, and then of course just my normal guys. But yeah, pretty awesome. I really think this is a good display, and I think it needs more, so hopefully soon we'll get some more Stranger Things. But what do you guys think? Decent display for Stranger Things? What do you think about the Wave 1 figures? What do you think about all the Stranger Things figures? Let us know in the comments down below. And while you're there, you might as well go ahead and like the video, and of course subscribe to the channel, as we do post new content every single day. But it is that time. It is time to get on out of here. It is time to throw one back. So for myself and Uncle BJ, we are going to throw one back, and we'll see you all next time.